Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Finishing Blow. Holy cow, there was a ton of news this week, which I love. And the thing that I really liked about it was the spectrum. There was a huge spectrum of different types of genres that you could get into, regardless of what type of martial arts you like, which I think that's awesome. I think 2013 is really a good year for action fans. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I've been kind of getting that vibe. With, I know Zodiac didn't come out technically this year, but you had the Grandmasters, Police Story 2013 will be coming out this year, and then you've got just a bunch of films. I'm trying to think of what else, but you've still got the Once Upon a Time in Shanghai that hasn't come out yet, so a lot of good movies. I think it's a good comeback year for a lot of stars. So anyways, let's go on with the stuff for the website. The first thing this week was a trailer for Tai Chi Hero. Now, I don't know how you guys felt about Tai Chi Zero. I was kind of mixed on it. I thought that they did some things really well and other things not so well. It's taken us a little bit longer to get Tai Chi Hero than in China because I think they got it the month after Tai Chi Zero came out. It was filmed back to back. And so I'm not quite sure if it was just acquiring the rights to the second film that took a little bit longer. The trailer looks good. But I don't know how I feel about it. I've heard that the sequel does a lot of things better than the original one did. For example, the graphics, the cheesy little graphics, aren't as in your face this time. I really didn't like it when they tell you the actors playing the roles in the characters because it just completely took you out of the film. So I've got some high hopes for Tai Chi Hero. I want to check it out. I want to see how it wraps up that story. It's supposed to be a trilogy. So I don't know if it sets it up for the third film or if it leaves it as bad of a cliffhanger as Tai Chi Zero did. But anyways, looks good. It's coming in select theaters, I think, later this month, and then on DVD and Blu-ray a month out or something like that. But also did a trailer for One-on-One, which I think is One Lawan Satu, which one is still English in that translation. But it looks good. It's a Malaysian film. And I think it has a really good possibility of being their next, or I guess their big standout film. Like Thailand had Ong Bak. Japan, they haven't really had anything besides really weird martial arts fights. I need to watch Black Belt, by the way. But anyways, each country kind of has their big breakthrough film. Indonesia had The Raid. You could say Morantau to some extent. But I think One-on-One is going to be a good film. I don't know if it'll be able to live up to as high of an expectation, but I think it'll put Malaysia on the map, which is always a good thing. I just hope it doesn't become oversaturated, which I'll try and touch back on leaked trailers later on in this video if I can remember. But moving on, Street Fighter Assassin's Fist is a happening thing now, and they have a Kickstarter campaign to fund their project. If you're a Street Fighter fan, I think that you can kind of stand behind these guys and see that they actually care about the series, this genre. They did a short film a couple years back, and apparently they've been trying to get the money to do this web series. I don't know. I'm not a huge Street Fighter fan. I'm not that crazy about it. I've played them, but I haven't really followed them that much. So I don't know if I'm too interested in it. I'll check it out for sure if it comes out, just like the Mortal Kombat ones. But I just don't think that I'm the target audience for this. But for a lot of gamers, I think it's a great opportunity for them to get a film or series that's true to the lore, I guess, of Street Fighter. And it's really weird how many fighting games have a really deep backstory, because a lot of times you don't see it unless you really look for it. So anyways, Street Fighter Assassin's Fist, you can click on the link and go to the Kickstarter page, make a donation if you want, check out the video, see what you think about it, see if you think it's going to be good or bad. Feel free to post in the comments. Okay, for the fight of the week, I did Simon's Walk to Work, and I did a little bit different for the format. It's how I do the trailers in these videos, the Finishing Blow videos. So that way you can catch a glimpse of it, but I don't show you the whole thing, and I think everybody will be happy on that end. So be sure to check it out. It's a fun little fight about the world's worst elevator ride. It's good. You should check it out. So on top of that, did a article on Tony Jaa and Dolph Lundgren meeting for a film called A Man Will Rise. Now, when I had originally wrote the article, there wasn't too many details about it. There's been a little bit of clarification. Apparently, it's a 1950s, I think, Thai film where Dolph plays like a cowboy, and it's going to be a comedy film. I don't know how much I like. I think I've said this before, but like Asian comedy films can be good or they can be bad. And I don't know why they're so hit and miss. Like a lot of the old ones, I think are a lot better. Like even the Stephen Chow films or like My Lucky Stars had a lot of good like dialogue. Like one of my favorite, I guess, jokes is in Wheels on Meals, which is the part where Jackie and Yun-Bu are looking for the lug nuts on the tires, and one of the guys, I forgot his name. I've seen him in so many movies, but I forgot his name right now. But he's at the insane asylum, and he gives them a tip on how to, actually a really smart tip on how to get all the lug nuts on each of the wheels so that they can make it back home and buy new lug nuts. And I thought the payoff for the joke was really awesome. But yeah, I mean, it's just like comedy nowadays. It's not what it used to be. At least not Asian comedy. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that's how I feel about it. So, could be good, could be bad. I did say that Jean-Claude Van Damme turned down the role. Apparently that's not true. He actually was down in Thailand for another film that he could not work with Tony on, so they did a couple pictures together, and that was that. So, take it for what you will. Alright, moving on. Trailer for a movie that I cannot pronounce. I couldn't even write it down all the way because I think I spelled it wrong. It's a Tollywood film, which, just bear with me here because I don't know a lot about like Bollywood as it is, and apparently Tollywood's like a subfaction of that. But anyways, there's a movie that's coming out. I think it's called like With Two Women, which sounds really, really wrong. The trailer itself looks really good. The fighting is actually really decent. The guy looks like a cold-blooded killer, and apparently up until this point he's been playing like cheesy comedy roles. So, huge change of pace for him. But I think that the action could be good. Do I think I'm going to be able to ever see it? No. Do I think it's going to come to the States? No. I really, really doubt it unless somebody really likes the film or it does a huge box office and for whatever reason somebody picks it up. But I just think it's going to be one of those things where it's like, hey, look, it's a trailer, it looks cool, and that's going to be the end of that. So anyways, check out the link if you want. See what you think about the trailer. Okay, moving forward. Last article, news-wise, is Mel Gibson may be directing The Expendables 3. Now, I don't know how legit this is, and I don't know how many stars are actually using Twitter as like an actual fan gauge. I, for one, can tell you that I'm horrible at Twitter. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't have a smartphone, so I don't tweet things. When I do, I'll probably be better about it, because I actually have one that's like for the website, but it's pretty much everything I post on Facebook gets tweeted. So you guys can take that for what it is. But apparently Stallone was like gauging the audience on Twitter saying, but seriously, what do you guys think about Mel Gibson for directing The Expendables 3? I've got nothing against Mel Gibson, like don't get me wrong. I haven't seen very many of his films. Like I don't think I've seen any film that he's directed because I'm a terrible person. But I know that he's a good director. I know that. But at the same time, I also know that he's a good, like, dramatic director. I don't know about action. And the only action film I can think of that he's been in is, like, the Lethal Weapon movies. So I'm not sure if he's, like, the right person for the job. Now, he may completely blow everybody out of the water and just be amazing at it. But I think it would be cooler if they had, like, a veteran director. Or, you know, like, if they just gave it that, like, old school, like, 80s, 90s, early 90s vibe to the film, I think would be great. But anyways, I don't know. I've seen mixed reactions to it. Some people are excited for it. Some people don't care. Some people are saying it's a bad idea. I think that if they're going to do Gibson, they might as well do John Woo, even though we all know that's not going to happen. I would be stunned if John Woo actually directed The Expendables 3, but he actually wanted to. So, I don't know. I wish that they would give him more opportunity, but every opportunity that I get about talking about John Woo and The Expendables leads to a branching of, wouldn't it be awesome if they made a Chinese version? Which it would. It would be so awesome. But I'm getting off topic. So, anyways, we'll try to stay slightly on topic. It won't happen, ever. Lastly, did a review for Painted Skin. Now, I'm thinking about doing either another No Holds Barred video or maybe an actual written article that's like articulated and thought out, but we'll see how that goes. About these types of films, like Painted Skin, I don't want to give too much away. Like, you can read my full review and you'll get the same kind of thing, but it's very much like Sorcerer and the White Snake. And I know that they didn't come out in the same time frame. Like, Painted Skin came out 3 years before Sorcerer and the White Snake. But there's this whole thing about, I don't know, I feel like our audience, the martial arts audience, is targeted a lot for things that aren't the right genre. Like, those two films, Painted Skin and Sorcerer and the White Snake, are really like love stories. Now, they have action in them, but when you watch the trailers, when you look at the covers, they're pushing the action element. And I don't know, so I might go on a little tangent. I don't want to say too much in this video because then I'll have no content to talk about later, but I'm thinking about it. It may be something that I'll do. But anyways, Painted Skin, did a review for it. You should definitely check it out. Okay, so lastly, totally not on my website at all, but there are a couple of leaked trailers for different things that have been online. And leaked trailers are fine. Like, I don't care about them. Like, I'll watch them myself. But it's so hard to try and like post them because by the time you post the link, it gets taken down and whatnot. So I'm not going to write about it until it's unleaked, stopped, when it's official. So if you want to know, there is a teaser trailer for Tamyungung 2 that's floating around the internet. Good luck trying to find it because 9 times out of 10 it's taken down within hours after it gets uploaded. So if you see it, yay for you. If not, you're not missing that much. There's a huge watermark on it. It's pretty dark and you can kind of see stuff, but whatever. Take it for what you will. If you're diehard about it, I'm sure you can find it somewhere. And then there's also a teaser trailer for Mortal Kombat Legacy Season 2. But again, I want like to give you guys the legit ones. I don't want a 47 Ronin incident again where I have to take down everything because that's just not fun. I had to re-edit my video for that one. Just not good. So anyways, if you want to look for those, you can find them. When they are official, I will definitely post them in their high quality glory, and you can check them out the way they were intended to be. So anyways, in the day and age of the internet, what doesn't get leaked, right? Okay, I'm done. That's all I got. So hopefully you guys have had a fun week. My week has been pretty good. Crazy, but pollen count is insane. I had a white car, but now it's yellow. So no joke, it's legit like yellow. Unless it rained yesterday, so maybe it's not yellow anymore. But yeah, so it's been a very up and down week, but a lot of fun on the website. Please check out the other links that I have on the site so that you can actually read them and see what you think about them. Feel free to comment, video response, whatever you want to do. I always enjoy hearing your guys' input, good or bad. I think that a different perspective is always valued. So anyways, hopefully you guys had an awesome week. I'll try to do better next week, and I guess that's all I got. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. This is KMO. This week has been finished.